Welcome to Joyful Movement by Priscilla. My name is Priscilla and I am honored to move with you today. This is a beginner-friendly video with intermediate elements, so if you want a good challenge with enough guidance, this video is perfect for you. So make sure to grab a mat and some water and let's move. Okay, so let's stand on the mat. Nice and tall, like someone's pulling you up with a string. And arms are nice and active right here. My ribs are pressed towards each other and down towards my pelvis. I've tucked my tailbone in a little bit, so I have a flat pelvis, a neutral pelvis. And I inhale and exhale, roll down. The arms just follow. I don't hunch over my upper back. I'm really focusing on my lower back. I'm sending it deep into my lower back, my abdominals, sending my abdominals deep into my lower back. And I've now tipped the pelvis over and I inhale and exhale. Again, I initiate with my abdominals, tuck that tailbone in, and as I straighten my legs, I stack the spine and I just feel a little taller, and I inhale and exhale. And inhale and let's do it one more time. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Oh, that was nice. That was helpful. Yeah, as a mom, as a busy mom, sometimes these sessions are helpful for me to slow down and just to be. I'm sure it's similar for a lot of you. Hopefully it is. Hopefully these sessions are helpful for you. Okay, we're going to sit up. We're going to again practice sitting up. We're going to grab the backs of our knees. I say again because this is what we did in the previous video. We lift the elbows up. We use those biceps to sit up nice and straight. And I like to just kind of double check sometimes. I look in the mirror and I look and I try and see, am I actually sitting up straight? And yesterday when I was looking in the mirror, I noticed that I don't. I need to use more lower back extensors to sit up taller, and then I need to press those ribs in and just have I guess better executed seated position. So it was nice to get that feedback from the mirror. So we sit up and we're going to exhale into a C curve. We're going to use those lower abdominals. It's really here. This is our focus right now. It's not hunching your back over. We're really focusing on here, and I'm elongating my neck. I'm activating the back of my neck almost, and I'm imagining someone pulling me diagonally up towards the sky with this string, and then I sit up nice and tall. Let's just do that 2 more times. And I sit up tall, and for the sake of sitting up tall and having a flat back, we right leg up to tabletop, and left leg up to tabletop. We have a flat back where our chest is up towards the sky, and we're just gonna roll down. It's like a prep to the teaser prep. And all the way down to the ground. We'll start with our classic pelvic curl. We'll bring our right leg down, our left leg down. Make sure your feet are nice and parallel. And we start with a neutral pelvis. Every moment in this session, there is intention. Everything's very intentional. So even when we begin, we like to start with intention. And we inhale and exhale. We press, imprint that lower back down to the mat, and we slowly peel off the mat. Inhale. As we exhale down, we imprint the lower back to neutral pelvis. And I like to make sure my shoulders are away from my ears, and I press those arms down to the mat to open up my chest. Try and make sure my feet are also evenly placed on the mat. And inhale. And down, inhale. Let's do 3 more. Make sure those inner thighs are active. Your legs might even be slightly open. I want you to check. Make sure they're nice and parallel. Inhale, exhale. Every part of your body is working. Even my fingertips are working. They're reaching to the other end of the room, trying to keep my arms nice and long. Pressing those abdominals down. Inhale and okay, let's make this our best one yet. Send your tailbone to the back of your knees. Lift a little bit higher if you're you notice you're a little low. Lift that pelvis higher. Bring those inner thighs in, pressing those toes down, bringing those heels towards your shoulders. Shoulders are also away from your ears. Arms are active. You inhale. It's burning. And exhale. Articulate down and down. Good. And you open up your arms into a T position. You press the shoulder blades, the scapula down. Your arms are reaching towards the other ends of the room, opposite ends of the room, so they're nice and long. Right leg up to tabletop, left leg up to tabletop. Towards me, we inhale. That scapula stays on the ground, and we exhale back to center. And inhale towards the other side. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And we inhale. One more. We inhale. And exhale. We're going to bring our right leg down, bring our left leg down. We're going to go into our chest lift. So you interlace your fingers behind the roundest part of our head. We're doing the foundational warm-up that I learned at Basi. And so I love this warm-up. It's simple and yet it is challenging. Inhale and exhale. Sometimes simple is harder. Look between your knees. Gaze. I don't want you gazing up. I want you to gaze forward. And inhale. And as you inhale, just come up a little higher. Pressing those shoulders down, away from your ears, and trying to lift a little higher before you go all the way down. Remember, we don't flop with our elbows. Let's do 3 more. Two. Last one. Stay. Inhale and stay high on your chest. Remember, gaze is between your knees. Inhale and exhale, rotate to the right. Inhale and exhale to the left. And you're moving from here, from your obliques. You're not moving from your shoulders. Try not to activate from your shoulders. Try to keep that pelvis still and activate from the obliques. What does that mean? It means it's a really small movement, but you're working really, really hard. 3 more, come up a little higher. 2 more. Last one. And yes, it's a lot of work for me. Come up a little higher and down. Wowzers. Okay, I'm going to sneak in a lot of pelvic curls today. We're going to inhale and exhale. This is like a pelvic curl reset session today. Inhale and exhale. Great job. All right, let's just do our classic leg changes. You bring your right leg up to tabletop. You get that left leg ready with a pointed foot. Remember, we're practicing staying in neutral pelvis during this exercise. All of this stays still and you move from that hip joint. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And as much as I don't want to do this, it's so good for us. Our legs are already in tabletop. So now we're going to learn a little bit of the intermediate warm-up. We're going to lift our chest. We're going to have our hands above our knees. And without dropping our chest, we're going to go out and in, keeping that lower back pressed. And try and draw a straight line with your heels. And one more. Hold. And keep that chest high. Your right hand is on top of your left hand. Your toes are pointed at the same height. Okay, both toes, both feet. And you switch. Now left hand on top. And switch. And switch. 3 more. Gaze. Hold. Interlace your fingers behind your head and you rotate. Again, you want to activate from those obliques. Not from your shoulders or your elbows, from the obliques. Last set. And tabletop, come up a little higher, press that lower back, and down. Okay, now our right leg is already at tabletop. We're gonna bring our left leg down and we're gonna ground it into the mat. We're gonna press it down. Our right leg goes all the way up. Remember, you can bend if you need to. Just keep that angle. Don't use your knee joint. And we flex, going inwards. We inhale, drop and lift, and exhale. Remember, you have a cup of orange juice on your pelvis. You don't want it to spill. Or at least that's your goal. And we'll all get there one day, eventually. I like to tell myself and my clients, and that's 6, other way around outwards, I like to tell them, you get to do this the rest of your life. I get to do this the rest of my life. I don't have to perfect it today. I just need to be consistent. So, if you are struggling today, that's okay. We all have those days. It's not about making it perfect. It's about being consistent. And hold, point, come to tabletop and hug the knee in a little bit more and stretch. And hug it in. Let's flex and stretch. I just like getting that hamstring stretch. Do one more and stretch. Grab the back of your leg and just kind of, without moving your pelvis, keep it there and bring it in a little bit deeper. And breathe. One more breath. Bring it in a little deeper. And arms to the side. Point. Tabletop. Come down on a bent knee. Bend the other knee. Straighten that leg. You feel that? I feel it. And tabletop all the way up or as high as you can. And you flex, going inwards. Inhale. When I first learned this exercise, I had orange juice, imaginary, thank God, all over the floor and myself. So if that's you, it's gonna be okay. You will get better. Hold. And other way around, we inhale. Three more. I'm checking. Even I'm moving a little bit. Point. First one, we bend, hug it in a little bit, go all the way up as high as we can without moving our pelvis. And then we flex, we go in a little deeper and just extend. Oh, feel that. And in. And we extend. And grab the back of your leg. Just bring it in a little deeper. Use those biceps. Use those biceps and bring it in. And breathe. Bring it in a little deeper at your last breath. And arms to the side. Point. Tabletop. Down. And legs together. Whew. Give those hip flexors a nice little pound. Goodness gracious, I felt that one. All right, arms up above your head, palms facing each other. You're gonna press those ribs down, together and down. And you inhale, you bring your chest high and all the way up. And remember, if you're like this, because you're imagining yourself stretching, I want you to bring your lower abdominals round them, round your lower back, nice and long, and down. And inhale, and exhale. I'll show you a couple modifications actually. The first modification that I found fairly helpful from my own instructors was you inhale, bend the knees slightly, grab the backs of your legs. Remember, you're imprinting that lower back first. Use your biceps, so none of this. Use your biceps and come up into that C curve. So that's one modification, because I'd rather you do that than like lopsided try to come up, because that's sort of what we do instinctually. Rather you grab the backs of your legs. Another good modification that I noticed was helpful for me was I inhaled and I did the first exercise the same way. I pressed that lower back down. I brought my legs into tabletop, and pressing the lower back down, I bent and I pushed forward. So you're using some momentum, but it's, again, better than being lopsided. And so you choose what works for you. Especially if you've had kids and you're just trying to rebuild that core, it's good to use those modifications first to build up. And let's do one more. I'm getting adjusted here and there. My goodness. Okay, so pulling my pants up, and we're going to bring our legs mat width apart. Again, bend your knees if you need to, because I would rather you sit up straight than to have your legs straight and you sit backwards. So sit up straight, arms to the side. So I'm going to readjust my mic here. Hopefully that stays. Palms facing each other, you sit up straight, and I want you to imagine yourself sitting against an imaginary wall. So that core is tight, it's working right now. You inhale, and exhale, you peel off that wall like you're peeling tape off. Peel off that wall and stretch those hamstrings. Now you lean forward. But remember, this is still holding on, okay? You're leaning forward, because if you let go of this, when you try and come back up, it's not good for your lower back. So you're going to press forward, push forward, and then you're going to, and like you're putting that tape back on, you get back against that wall, one vertebrae at a time. And lean forward. Remember, your feet are flexed, and so one of the mistakes I used to make was I used to flex all the way. I would put all the strength in my quads and lift those heels, but no, just slightly relax. Press the heels down gently and keep those legs as straight as possible, and peel off that wall and reach forward. Reach, reach, reach. Don't bring the shoulders up. Every muscle is moving with intention. And let's do one more. Good job. Bring your legs together now. You're still in the flex position again. Bend if you need to. And our arms are at a T position, palms are up towards the sky. We're gonna move from here. I don't want us moving from our arms. Our arms and our shoulders stay, and we activate from here. So again, tiny movement. We exhale twice. We look like little sprinklers. So don't move your head first. Your obliques come first. Oblique, oblique. Exhale, exhale. So this moves, and it's like squeezing a wet dish towel dry, like twisting it dry. And one more set. And hold and come a little bit forward. Let's do rolling like a ball. Love rolling like a ball. It feels like a nice massage on my spine. Keep the gaze between the knees. Hug those heels in. And inhale. And inhale. Shoulders should not ride up. We inhale. Shoulders don't ride up when you come up. Shoulders. Inhale. You're really pressing those abdominals towards your lower back. Don't lose your gaze. I'm looking between my knees and my thighs right here, and I'm keeping that gaze right there. I'm hugging those heels in really tight. We'll do 2 more. And hold. All right, so we're gonna do what we learned in the previous video, the modified open leg rocker. We'll do 3, and then we'll do 4 full open leg rockers. So open that chest, shoulders are pressed down, arms are nice and long, and as we go down, we round. And straighten that back, open that chest. And then we round that lower back C curve. We come down and we exhale up. And come down. And up. Okay, just 4 open leg rockers. Open and open. You come down. I had to work for that. And inhale. Up. And inhale. Pushing my legs forward. And inhale. Push them forward. Up. And up. Hold. Open. Elongate the neck. Together. Tabletop. We come down. Don't just flop down. Try not to flop down. Readjust yourself. Okay, let's come into a pelvic curl. Remember, I forgot we needed to take a couple more pelvic curl breaks. Inhale and exhale it to make up for it. Let's do 2. Oh, I feel so nice and loosey-goosey. Inhale. Pressing that lower back down and back. One more. All right, shoulder bridge prep and shoulder bridge. We inhale. We stay. We put the weight on our left leg and we right leg up to tabletop. Oh, nope. Just shoulder bridge prep first. And we inhale and exhale. That was 5. We bring this leg down. Readjust your pelvis, open up that chest, lift that pelvis a little higher if you can, and left leg up to tabletop and inhale and exhale. I'm thinking of my inner thighs too. I'm trying to make sure my legs are fairly parallel. And leg down. Again, readjust that pelvis. Send the tailbone back to the backs of your knees. Curl it in a little more. Yes, and press the abdominals down. Arms down. Right leg up to tabletop and all the way up. Nice and straight. And you exhale down. You exhale, point, and inhale, flex. 2. Hold. You point. You tabletop. Your foot goes down. Don't drop the pelvis. Lift it a little higher. Almost done. And tabletop. All the way up. And hold. Point. Tabletop. And down. Lift a little higher. Check your legs. Make sure they're parallel. Mine were kind of, splaying out a little bit. Arms down, shoulders away from your ears. Inhale and exhale. And down. We're going to hug our knees in and we're going to roll up into a quadruped position. I can never say that word correctly. All fours. Shoulders above the wrists, hips above the knees, and straight back, holding this in. Hold. That should be work already for us. And then we round the lower back. We exhale. Your upper back just simply responds. It doesn't work hard. It's just responding to the lower back rounding. So really imagine pressing your abdominals in nice and deep, and your tailbone is curling down and then up towards the sky. Or your tailbone is going down, your pubic bone is going up towards the sky, And straighten your back. And you inhale. As you inhale, your shoulders are pressed down. Your shoulder girdle's down. Don't squeeze the scapula. Press it down. You're holding onto your abdominals still. Don't just let it go. And you're lifting that chest up towards the sky. I'm not lifting my chin. The focus is not my chin. I'm actually trying to elongate my neck. My chest goes up towards the sky, so I feel my upper back working really hard right now. Upper back. And again, my lower back simply responds. And back to a straight back. And exhale. And one more. Again, this is another one of those feels like a massage types of exercises. And flat back. From here, we're going to go into front support. So you're going to straighten your right leg. Don't move your pelvis. Your pelvis is nice and even. Your back is flat. Without moving anything, you straighten your left leg. Okay. And from here, we just go straight into an upstretch one position. Our heels are high. Our chest is pressing towards our shins. Our tailbone is going up towards the sky. Sorry, I'm slipping a little bit. So you lift, your abdominals are pressed down or up towards your pelvis. And then from there, you just come straight down to that front support position and up. This is an exercise that I personally have to practice myself because when I'm on the reformer and I do a similar exercise, I tend to round my upper back. So I like to practice on the mat before I go on the reformer just to get the feeling of what I'm going for. What am I looking for? What's my goal here? And I can feel that, like my temptation is to, again, round my upper back a little bit. And back to up stretch one. And back to front support. Back to up stretch one and hold. And just bring your heels down for a second. And then bring them back up. Just a couple calf raises here. And I'm really slipping on this mat. I know I said a couple, but I'm not a Pilates instructor if you say that and you do more. And one more. Come into that panther position, bending those knees, and chest is out towards your knees, flat back. 1, 2, jump at 3, 3, jumping forward. All right, so every video we're just adding a couple exercises and learning new ones here and there in our little sessions that we're doing together. Today, we're going to add on to the back support that we did in the last video. So now we have our chest nice and open, our lower back extensors are working, so our back is flat in a diagonal position. Our legs are parallel, and from here we just hinge up and down and up. We keep our bottom light when we come down, and we hinge back up and down and up and down and stay, and our right leg goes up straight and 2 more. I'm shaking too. And hinge a little higher and left. Gaze is high, up towards the sky. 2 more. And come down, light as a feather. Good job. Okay, let's do our side lifts. So we're gonna lay on our side. You're gonna, sorry, making sure my mic isn't rubbing against my clothes too much. Hands in front, make that little bridge for the ants, hover those legs and go. Four more. Last one. Hold. Stay there. Turn out and make like a first position position. And with those obliques nice and active where we're pressing down, we're just gonna go and so your inner thighs making a little scissor-like position, sort of a modified version of our hip work on the Cadillac. And 4 more sets. And last set. Hold and down. Woo! I was feeling it. Okay. Oh, let's just give it, let's just let it breathe a little bit. Okay. Swinging your legs around. And adjust your position. Remember, this head is just relaxed. I don't want you lifting that head. Relax that head. Take advantage of that moment. And up. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold. Turn out, and right leg forward first. 4, 5, 6, 3 more, and 2 more. You're doing great. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of me. Hold and down. Oh my goodness, let's give it a little bit of a, oh, I heard a little crack there. Okay, on to our tummies. We are going to swim, and then we'll do the mini swan. So first, press your arms forward. Legs are nice and straight as well, okay? You're looking down. Now you lift, and you lift those arms. You lift that chest, and arms are ideally right by your ears. Your legs are hovering up above the ground. Knees are not bent, nice and straight. You bring your right arm and left leg. Switch. Don't move the pelvis. Switch, switch, and flutter. You inhale. And keeping the pelvis still. Keeping your chest still. Just the arms and legs. 2 more sets. One more. Bring those arms high. Hold and down. And you bring your arms, forearms bent to the side. You keep those legs straight, no longer hovering. Bring them down to the ground. And you inhale from the crown of your head. So remember, not from your chin, crown of your head. You press those shoulder girdles down. So right now I'm really feeling it in my upper back. I'm trying to lift as high as I can. I'm pressing those ribs down, and I'm lifting the chest nice and high towards the sky, or as much as I can. And then I curl my tailbone in as I exhale, and I articulate down. Imagine each vertebrae taking turns. It's a mind to body sort of exercise. So I'm imagining each vertebrae taking turns. And you will, I do feel it a little bit in my lower back and my mid back, but I'm really feeling it in my upper back. It's working hard. I'm pressing those shoulder girdles down, and then I curl my tailbone in as I articulate down. Let's do 3 more. And exhale. 2 more. Last one. We're at the little mini swan, and then without moving your hands, you just slowly lift up all the way, or as much as you can, without lifting those shoulders. And then you come down, but you keep that thoracic extension working, and then curl in and articulate down. And with your abdominals, not with your arms, abdominals, a little bit of arm, but mostly abdominals, you come into that rest position. Give that lower back a little break. Let's stretch. Breathe. Inhale. And as you exhale, you roll up. Press the shoulder blades down, by the way. Don't try to roll up with your shoulders up. Roll up. Let's do our last roll down. Let's do 2. So I want you to kind of crawl to the middle of your mat. I want you to come into a nice little squat. I just want to bring a little bit of mobility to my ankles and my heels for the last part of this session, and just kind of rock back and forth a couple times. One more time after this, and from here you're going to slowly come into that roll-up position, and you're rounding that lower back. Your knees are still softened, and inhale and exhale. Remember, relax that head. Tuck that tailbone in and stack that spine. One more time. Soften those knees. Inhale and exhale. That's it. Woo, you did it. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for joining me. It's an honor to be on this platform and to share what I know and what I love with you. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.